Aloha can mean a lot of things. What it ultimately means to give.
There's so much about this place that just keeps you rooted.
Being able to nurture the next generation of stewards of Hawaiʻi and teach them to love this place as much as we do.
As a native Hawaiian, I take that as my main kuleana as we move forward.
When I make music, it's just so many different things coalescing together. All of it stems from the way that I feel. The emotion that comes out, I feel it so viscerally, and it just makes the moment right to want to write it down because it's so fleeting and immediate at the same time. I was always fascinated with language and felt like I had a responsibility to formulate a way to employ language to discuss topics and promote a truth of what existing here in Hawaii is like. And that's why I decided to pursue music. Being a creative in Hawaii has its ups and downs like anywhere else. You have a lot of inspiration, but you don't have a lot of representation after. And it's hard to recuperate what you put into that creative process if you don't become overt in the way that you market yourself. Because of that, it's easy to stay underground because it's harder to get shine. People aren't necessarily looking for the next big thing here, which kind of plays a role in both camps of it being good and it being bad. To me, it's good because I call this place home and I love this place, and it gives me a lot of inspiration to just make art, which is all I really want to do. Music was always in my life in some form, but playing music wasn't really part of my life that much. My nickname from my parents was always Touch of Death because I would just take things apart and not know how to put them back together, but it just fascinated me to see how mechanical things work. That kind of drives my creativity because I'm just trying to find interest in things that are kind of ordinary. And I feel like that poured into writing lyrics and just being creative. My sound is of here more than anything. But I definitely do end up making things that are more of the soul R&B persuasion. I mean, that's kind of what I grew up listening to. My mom would always just be playing music in the background. A lot of odd, funky stuff. My dad played in a funk band, so I guess that's where it poured over. I'm always trying to keep myself rooted in the fact that I am of here and I want to be a normal person as much as possible. When you start to gain success in what that means to most people, you lose a lot of who you are because you needed to cross over that fence in order to gain that pasture. I would love to be able to sell out a stadium as a musician, but I would also love to come home and go to the beach and nobody's gonna bother you. There's a certain point that you get to where things just become so cumbersome and you just can't be normal anymore. And in turn, that's what gives you the success, that's what gives you the money. So do you live with that constant fear of being followed, or do you just stay underground and not have to deal with that? I don't really have the answer, I don't know. I'm trying to find it. I hope my music is making some kind of a difference, but at the end of the day, I also just hope that it provides me opportunities to have meaningful conversations with people and make connections with people that I probably would never have been able to connect with had I not made that music in the first place. I've never really wanted to move away because I felt like this as my home base, and being of here is like so important to me. Also in helping steep me and keep me humble, and there's so much about this place that just keeps you rooted. As a music artist, it just allows me to just be me. That's more than enough.
Happy as can be, just nesting.